The Cincinnati Bengals might actually be cooked. Joe Burrow is out. Yeah, people thought Jake Browning would save the day, but things might be much worse as well. After a 48-10 beatdown from the Vikings, this doesn't look like a team fighting for the AFC North anymore. This looks like a team that didn't even want to play football. And with Joe Burrow out, Browning looking bad, it might be time to ask a question that Bengals fans just won't want to hear. Like I said, no Joe Burrow. A Minnesota defense that went crazy. The Bengals offensive line, bad for it feels like the millionth year in a row, continues to get completely destroyed up front. This was not just a loss. This was the type of loss where you can tell a team would rather be anywhere else but the football field. And I know, as someone who was a football player on some trash-ass teams. The truth is that Joe Burrow has been covering up so many weaknesses on this team, it's crazy to even think about the fact that they made the Super Bowl a few years back. Without him, we are watching quite literally the worst offense of the Zac Taylor era. And yes, worse than 2019. Dead last in total offense, dead last in turnovers, dead last in rushing, in which Chase Brown has less than 100 yards rushing on almost 50 carries. And that's with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Chase Brown, Noah Fant, Mike Gesicki. That's just way too much talent to be this bad. And let me remind you, Jamar Chase, $161 million contract. Wide receiver 2, T. Higgins, $112 million. And of course, Joe Burrow's $275 million, and he's out for the year. The Bengals currently have the worst offense in the NFL right now. If you want more NFL discussions like this, make sure to like the video and hit subscribe right now. And to me, this just isn't early season woes. Obviously, they started 2-0, but the NFL moves fast. The NFL is not for long. So, where do the Bengals go from here? Can they turn this season around without Joe Burrow? I just don't feel confident in seeing a good enough turnaround that would warrant continuing with the Zac Taylor experience. And let's be honest, Zac Taylor has been the head coach for 7 seasons and has only made the playoffs twice. And won the division both times, in which both those years were when Lamar Jackson was out or was hurt. When Lamar's healthy, Baltimore has owned this division. And the Bengals have wasted multiple years of a healthy Joe Burrow, including the year he led the league in passing yards and touchdowns just last season. Burrow's now missed 3 seasons. He's taken way too much punishment. And it just feels like we're starting to watch Andrew Luck's situation all over again. And it's making me very sad, man, as a Bengals fan. The offensive scheme puts way too much pressure on Burrow to be a superhero and save the day. Cincinnati hasn't drafted well that bolster the offensive line. And as someone who's a Bengals fan, I'm just tired, man. At this point, it's hard to see how Zac Taylor is the guy to take this team where it needs to go. Right now, it feels like the ship has sailed and ran its course even with all the slow starts. Things feel different to me right now, and with Burrow being out, it shouldn't continue to be an excuse for keeping Zac Taylor much longer. Burrow is too talented to have his prime wasted like this. He will be 30 years old next season, by the way, in which he can't continue to take a beating like this as he gets older. Somehow, someway, the Bengals have to make a change, or else we'll be talking about Burrow's career in the past tense sooner than we think. So, I want to hear from you guys. Is Zac Taylor the biggest thing holding the Bengals back, or do you think this is just a lost year without Joe Burrow? And, also, let me know if you think I'm overreacting too, because, yeah, man, watching that game last week, it was just sad. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. I respond to every single one, as long as you're not calling me stupid or anything crazy like that. And of course, if you're new here, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more NFL content and discussions just like this. I got more on the way.